Hi guys, as you know, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is only shown on the half of the screen in Volvo with SENSUS system. Now take a look at this. I'll press and hold the home button and we have full screen wireless Android Auto in our XC40. In order to make it happen, we had to install the so-called CarPlay Android Auto module. It gets installed in parallel to the OEM head unit and allows us to have a separate system running together with the original SENSUS. I'll show you what I mean. I will press the home button once and it gets us back into the SENSUS system. And as I showed you guys before, you can either press and hold the home button to get to the Android Auto interface, or there's another option. You can also swipe with two fingers from top to the bottom and it does the same thing, takes you to the Android Auto interface. The new module supports the original sound system, so you can play your music, play your podcasts, use Spotify for example from your phone, and it will play through the original speakers in the vehicle. You can use these controls to change tracks, for example, play and pause audio. You can use controls on this panel as well. Again, same idea, change tracks this way. And you guys can also use steering wheel controls, it will also work. Again, I think this is great, and like I said, if you guys want to use other applications, for example, like Spotify, let me find it, it's right here. Like I said, it will also work. As for the Google Maps, guys, again, it's full screen, which unfortunately was not an option in the SENSUS system. You can search, you can use previous addresses which you have in your history, or you can enter new ones. Let's do, for example, library. It's all touch screen. We'll choose this one and let's travel, I don't know, let's travel to the furthest one right now. We'll start it, and now we can preview our route. We can recenter. You can zoom out, you can zoom in this way. Besides that, we've got all the regular settings that you will find in Android Auto interface. We have live traffic data provided by our smartphone, which means you don't have to pay for any additional subscriptions. It's just your smartphone bill, that's it, and you have live data in your map. We can do the satellite map and it will look like this. I'll zoom out and zoom in. Looks quite good. It's not as crisp as the original SENSUS system, but still the quality is quite good and I find it fully acceptable. I'll change it back. We can do 3D buildings, for example. We'll have audio guidance once we start driving, and we can again change different route options, basically all your regular settings. What else? It's unmuted right now. You can also change the orientation of the map. We can have the perspective view, for example. We can have north up, and this is how it's going to look like. Of course, guys, you can make phone calls from here.
Hello?
No, hey, it's me. I'm just testing the system right now. You can just say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Thanks, thank you.
The system's working.
It does. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
The new module fully supports the backup camera, so when I engage the reverse gear, you will see the backup image. This XC40 comes with 360-degree bird's eye view camera. which, as you guys can see, also works. Once I put it back into park, it will turn off and provides us the image of our map. As for the installation, we had to remove a couple of trim pieces in order to get access to bolts that hold our head unit in place. After that we could take it out, and in the back we had to connect two T-splitters in the back of the head unit. Besides that, the box was hidden inside this central console, and we also had to connect two CAN bus wires to the original wiring inside the vehicle, which is located underneath this seal. Once I enter and start the vehicle, it will take a few seconds for the system, for the new device to load. Again, like I said, guys, it's all wireless. This is our phone, and shortly we'll be able to access our Android Auto interface. So I'll press and hold this button, and here it is. And like I said, it only takes a few seconds, and by default it will start in the SENSUS system, and then you guys have to again press and hold the home button to enter the Android Auto interface. Right now we'll go for a short drive and we'll show you guys how Google Maps work. Again, let's go here.
Head west toward Patterson Avenue.
Like I said, we have voice notifications, and once we turn off the backup camera, it will immediately appear on the screen. You can use 360-degree camera as well.
Take the next left onto Imperial Street.
We will actually not listen to the lady right now,
Make a U-turn.
which we won't do.
In 500 meters, make a U-turn at Joffrey Avenue.
So shortly it will reroute us.
Turn right onto Boundary Road North, then make a U-turn.
So I don't see any major delays or problems with the map. It
Make a
does
U-turn.
work like it should, other than the U-turn. And like I said, guys, it is full screen. I will also quickly show you guys that it works with Apple CarPlay. And now I will go, I'll press this home button, and here we are. Now we have the Apple CarPlay available in our Volvo full screen as well. This is how it looks, guys. For those of you who use the iPhone, yeah, look at that. Apple CarPlay looks great and works full screen in our Volvo XC40. To sum it up, guys, I think this device is a great option for those who like to use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. I personally love Google Maps, and now we have them wireless and full screen in the XC40, which was not the option in the SENSUS system. As for the installation, it's not the most basic one, but it is doable. In case if you guys like this device, I will leave you the link in the description. Hi guys, today we're going to show you the installation of the FITCAMX in Volvo XC40. Previously we showed you how to install the front camera. Today we will show you how to install the front and the rear cameras. Right here we have the front camera again. We'll show the process again quickly. For those of you who didn't see our previous video, this is a splitter that goes underneath that cover. And here we have the rear camera. Our rear camera wire will start from here. It will go underneath this cover next to the airbag. We have will avoid the airbag completely. We'll show you how to do it. Then it will go down there and will go underneath these panels. It will proceed this way and go underneath this panel. The wire will proceed this way through this rubber boot, and our camera will be installed right here. Our first step will be to remove a small plastic cover located behind the rear view mirror. Gently pull it off. Now we can remove the second cover. Again, using the just simply hands. There are a couple of tabs. To connect our T-splitter will be by removing the black plastic cover. For that we'll use this prying tool and gently pry on the sides, and as you can see it comes out, and it's pretty actually easy as well. This is how our connector looks like without the cover. This is the one that we are using, the green one. The next step will be to remove the A-pillar cover. Don't mind this cable, it's from previous installation. So first we'll have to remove a small plastic cover that says airbag on it. You can just pry it open like this. Underneath the cover you will see 8mm bolts. After the bolt has been removed, then you simply need to pull the A-pillar cover from the frame. The next step will be to remove first this side panel. You can open the glove box and then pull it off. Comes out again pretty easy. This is the next one that needs to be removed. Again, it gets pulled off, and then this panel gets pulled off. Now we'll proceed to the rear panels. First we will remove this piece. Again, this one comes out pretty easy. Now we will remove this bolt, 8mm socket. This panel comes off as well. Next we need to remove this big panel right here. Will allow us to also remove this plastic panel. We won't be removing the B-pillar panels because now we have enough room to run our wire through here, and now we can begin to run our wire. We'll start right here. It will go underneath the roof liner. Now we will attach the camera wire to the existing wire harness this way, and we will secure it with zip ties, and this way we will completely avoid the airbag. We'll use some tape to secure the wire behind this metallic bracket. And again we'll use zip ties to attach the wire to existing wire harnesses. Now we'll try to push our wire through the B pillar. It should come out right here. And here comes our wire. Now we will have to insert our wire together with your hand, basically, inside this opening under the C-pillar. I will insert the hand as well and into this opening, and again this is our wire. So it went from there to here. You may need to use another person to help you with this procedure. The next step will be to remove these plastic panels. After you have removed the screw, now you can pull off the panel. Again, we have metallic clips in the back. Right now I will show you how to remove the base of this rubber boot. Right here you'll see 3 lines or 3 bars on top and on the bottom. This indicates the clips which we have to undo from the inside, underneath the roof liner. So you have to put your hand inside and then push 2 tabs on the inside, and this will allow you to remove this base. And the reason why they have these lines here, I'll show you, because this is the clip that we were removing, and this side is flat opposed to this side which has a ton right here, so you shouldn't be using this side to remove this base. We will try to do the same procedure but from the other side, from the visible side. So use the trim removal tool. As you can see, we still managed to remove it from here as well. And let's take a look again. This is the tab, there's one on the other side, and this is the ton in the back. The rear camera is detachable. This is the end that will go through this opening now, and then our goal is to pull it through this rubber boot. You can use the lubricant, in this case it's hand sanitizers. There are also some other fluids that you can use specific, but it should work in this case. Now we'll use these small pliers to pull our wire out. We will carefully pull the connector. Again, be careful not to break it. And there it is. Now the wire will go through this opening and underneath the roof. And here you have the other end of the cable. Well, this is the end that comes from the front of the vehicle, which should be connected to our rear cam. And this one will go into this opening right here. And this will allow you to push it underneath the roof liner. There it is. Now we can connect the 2 ends together. Again, this is our rear camera, and this is the main wire that we pulled all the way from the front. And as you can see, the length of the cable is basically just enough to finish this procedure. Now, before we put all our panels back on and secure the wiring, we want to quickly test to make sure that the camera is working, that the front and rear camera, both of them, are working properly. That's why we will reconnect our T-splitter. Now you can see it without the cover. So one end goes over there and this end goes there. And this is where the front camera gets connected. And then the rear one as well. We have connected the phone with our FITCAMX dashcam, and right now it shows us the front view, as you can see. And if I press this button right here, it will also show the rear camera, which is currently hanging in the air. But as soon as we start moving it, we can see that the app reacts to the movement, which means that all our wiring was installed correctly and everything is working fine. We'll need to use some isopropyl alcohol to clean the surface where the camera will go. And we'll use the double-sided tape which comes in the set. Now we can reinstall the cover on the windshield. The wiring can be hidden inside this box. And that's it, the front camera is on. Our installation is complete. We are quite happy with the result. We have the front camera, we have the rear camera. As you could see, we managed to avoid the airbags because we installed the wire on the bottom of the vehicle. This was not the most basic installation, but it went really well. The length of the cable was enough to do this installation. And as I said before, we are quite happy with the result. Hi guys, now Volvo XC40 we have installed the NOCO onboard battery charger. This is a 2-bank charger, which means that it can charge both the main starter battery and the 12-volt support battery located down in the engine bay by the left wheel. Right now we'll connect the power. We're using the extension and the main power cable is hidden or located close to the charger. You simply need to unwrap it and connect to the power. Now we'll press the mode button on both batteries. We have to choose the AGM option. Do it with the second one as well. And shortly guys, our charger will be charging both batteries. You will see these LED indicator lights. and now both batteries are being charged. The main reason why we installed this charger is that if you don't drive often or if you only do short trips, batteries won't have enough time to charge, and this will significantly decrease the lifespan of both batteries. Besides that, when the capacity of the support battery falls below a certain level, the start and stop function won't work either. Batteries need to be charged fully regularly to have the maximum service life, and even Volvo itself recommends to use the battery maintainer when you don't drive your car. The first bank, which is on the left, is charging our main starter battery, and the one on the right charges our support battery. As you can see, the support battery is now fully charged, but the main starter battery is still being charged. We chose this location to install the charger in the vehicle. It allows us to only use external power, external cable to power the charger and charge both batteries. The rest of the cables are already connected to the main starter battery and to the support battery. The problem with the support battery is that you cannot easily reach it if you use the regular battery charger. We had to remove the fender liner and connect the positive and negative cables to the battery terminals permanently. The cable goes from the battery terminals, then the cable proceeds approximately in this area and reaches our charger. Also, in order to install the cable for the support battery, we had to remove the air filter assembly. As for the starter battery, the positive cable was connected right here to the main positive terminal. You can see this is our connector. It's using M10 eyelet terminal connector. Then we ran the wire like this, so it keeps going this way, goes actually down first and then goes back up and gets connected to our charger. And as you can see, we used the split sleeve for the whole length of our cable to further protect it from wear and tear. The negative cable, which you can see right here, was connected to the dedicated negative point in the Volvo. Then the wire proceeds approximately in this area and reaches the main cable right here. The device itself was installed on a small platform, and we installed the strap on top. You can easily remove it. We use some Velcro right here to secure it in place, and this is how it looks on the vehicle. This solution works great in our case, but of course you're free to improvise when you do it yourself. Now I would like to say a few words about the charger itself. It is a very safe and smart device. It is very sturdy and is IP68 waterproof. It will first charge your batteries and then switch to the maintaining mode. So in case of our support battery, right now the red LED is solid, which means that the battery is fully charged and it is maintaining the support battery right now. In case of our starter battery, it is still charging it. It will keep your batteries fully charged and you can leave it connected indefinitely and it won't overcharge your batteries. It supplies 5 amps of current to each battery and, for example, can charge the main starter battery down from 50% to 100% in about 8 hours. And the small support battery can be charged in less than an hour. This means that you can connect it to the power overnight and in the morning your batteries will be fully charged. And by the way guys, we have a more detailed review video of this charger and I will leave you link in the description. Another thing that we would like to add is that recently we had to replace the small support battery because it died prematurely. These AGM batteries, if used properly, can last over 10 years. Ours died only after 4 years. The reason for that is that our support battery was constantly left undercharged and eventually died because we were not driving often, as I said before, and we were doing short trips. So by having this type of charger, you can not only have your batteries charged properly, all your functions will work properly in the vehicle as well. And you guys will save money on the battery replacement in the long run. Because as you know, the Volvo labor is not cheap. Hi guys, we have previously installed the integrated dashcam from FITCAMX in our Volvo XC40. This dashcam gets power from the auto-dimming rear view mirror from the connector located inside the box. This is a great idea. You can easily hide the wires inside the box. There is no need to run the wire through the whole interior of the vehicle, under the roofliner, through the A-pillar or underneath the panels. The only problem was that this wiring method was limited to only this dashcam from FITCAMX. Even though this is a good dashcam, there are of course other brands or types of dashcams available on the market. And because of this, FITCAMX developed this FITDVR power adapter. This adapter allows to power pretty much any dashcam or the digital mirror using the same method. In case of Volvo, we get the power from the rear view mirror. This is the main unit. It has a small screen on top which will show you the voltage and amperage used by the dashcam. On the side it has two output ports. One is 5 volts USB-A, which is used by majority of the dashcams, and on the right we have 12 volt 3.5mm port, which will power, for example, the ThinkWare dashcams or certain radar detectors. In the back it has 3M tape. This way you can attach it to the box. And by the way, the output at 12 volts is 2 amps, and at 5 volts it's 3 amps. Adapter comes with 4 types of cables, which will allow you to power pretty much any dashcam. We've got the USB Type-C connector, we have the micro USB, we have the USB mini connector, and we have the 12 volt 3.5mm connector. And on the other end we have USB-A and 3.5mm for this one. This is the main T-splitter cable which fits our Volvo. This end gets connected to the adapter this way. The male green connector will connect to the rear view mirror, and the original vehicle connector will be connected to this female connector. This way both our rear view mirror and the FITDVR adapter will get the power. Set also comes with trim removal tool. To install the adapter we'll have to remove our FITCAMX dashcam. In your case, you guys will first have to remove this small plastic cover which goes in place of this dashcam. We will remove the top small cover first. Then the camera will come out as well. Now you can use the trim removal tool to pry the cover on the sides first, and then you'll be able to pull it off. And this is how it looks. Right here we can see the green connector that will be used to power our FITDVR adapter, and our FITCAMX camera actually came with a rear camera as well. That's why you see this extra wire right here. We will disconnect the T-splitter from the FITCAMX dashcam. If you're doing the new installation, you will see this is the original wire, guys. It will be like this, and this is the one that you have to disconnect to install the adapter. Right now we'll connect the T-splitter from the FITDVR adapter. So similar to our FITCAMX, one end will get connected over there, and one will be connected to original vehicle connector, and this end will be connected to the FITDVR. We'll show you a few different options how you can mount this adapter. In this case we'll have a dash cam right here, and we'll try to install the adapter on the windshield like this, and the cable will go inside underneath the cover. For the second option, we'll try to hide the adapter inside the box, and in this case it will power the dashcam, which will be located on the left side, on the driver's side. Right now I will connect the FITDVR adapter to our wiring, and take a look, guys. Immediately we get the message or notice, 5 volts 0 amps, since we don't have anything connected yet. Before we start mounting, I'll quickly show you different dash cams that we are going to try today. Let's see if they all get the power. We'll start testing with an older fine view dash cam. This one requires the 12 volt 3.5 millimeter cable, the one that comes in our set. So I'll connect one end to our dash cam, and the other end will go to the FITDVR adapter. I will turn ignition on in the vehicle, and take a look, guys. Right away we get the power. Our dashcam is currently recording, and this one will also show us the amperage. This one requires 0.11 amps. It has changed to 0.22 amps now, and it shows us that it's a 12 volt dashcam, not 5 volt. The next dashcam is Garmin Mini. This one requires micro USB cable. Again, we have this one in our set. So we'll connect it to the dash cam, and now we're using USB type A port. And again, guys, we do get the power. It still requires the SD card, that's why it's blinking like this, but we have the power, and it will also record without any problems. Our adapter shows that it's a 5 volt dash cam, and the amperage is 0.42 amps. Next we will try VO4 A229 Plus. This is a 3-channel dash cam, and it has type C port. I will connect our type C cable now, and USB, and let's see what happens. We've got the power, and as you guys can see, it is recording. Well, we have to format the SD card, but it will record as well, and it shows us what's going on as well. 5 volts and 0.9 amps, guys. This is a bigger dashcam, requires more power. Next we have the digital rear view mirror. It also comes with the type C port. I will connect it to our FITDVR adapter, and let's see what happens. We also get the power, guys, right away, and we get the image from our front camera as well. This mirror is 5 volts, and it requires 1.36 amps of power. And as you can see, both our adapter and our vehicle can easily handle this. If you guys have a thinkware dashcam, the regular 3.5mm cable won't work. So I'll show you. If I connect it, nothing happens. We don't have the power. For the thinkware dashcams, you will need a special cable, which you can get from their website separately. Again, I will connect this one and connect it to the adapter. And shortly, as you can see, guys, we do get the power.
Please have a safe drive today.
But keep in mind that for this, you will have to get this special thinkware 3.5mm cable, and in this case we have 12 volts and 0.33 amps. And this is where we hid our adapter inside, and the wiring, guys, gets hidden inside as well. And now we can reinstall the cover, and on the left side we have our cable. Now we can connect the cable. Right now we'll install the ThinkWare dashcam, guys. Attach it to the
Please
glass.
have a safe drive today.
We do get the image as well, as you can see, and it actually, guys, works perfectly. We don't see the black cover at all, and we get the power from the rear view mirror right now. The dashcam is out of the driver's view. It's installed on top of the windshield, and as you can see, it works perfectly. Right now we'll show you how this adapter can be mounted on the right side in the Volvo. We'll position it approximately right here, and then we'll have enough room or cable lengths to power our Garmin Dashcam Mini. As before, the cable will be hidden inside, and our adapter will be attached to the glass in this case. In this case it's installed partially sideways, but it's completely up to you how you want to install it. You can still read the amperage and voltage if you guys need it. It looks really good. From the driver's perspective, you don't see this dash cam at all, and of course it will be able to record everything what's going on in front of the vehicle. A couple of things to keep in mind: this adapter won't provide the parking mode for dash cams that have the parking mode feature. You will still need to use regular parking mode hardwiring cable for that. Also, if you guys have the 2 or 3 channel dash cams, you will need to run the wires to the back of the vehicle in order to power the rear camera. But of course, the biggest advantage of the FITDVR adapter is that you can easily power the front camera without the need to run the wires through the A-pillar, next to the airbags, and inside the paneling of the vehicle. You can easily hide the small wires that it has inside the box. Besides that, your 12-volt cigarette lighter outlet will be available as well. That is it for our review today. If you're interested, I will leave you the link for the FITDVR adapter in the description. Hi guys, today we're going to show you how we did installation of the OEM hitch and the OEM wiring harness in Volvo XC40. This is how both of them look like. We did need to cut out a section. If you look over here, you'll see a cutout, a section in the bumper in order to fit our hitch and the harness. But the good thing is Volvo already actually marked this piece that needs to be cut out, and it was actually fairly straightforward and easy. Right now I will show you the distance to the ground from different points on the hitch. So from the hitch itself we are looking at roughly 11.5 inches to the ground. From our 7-blade socket, I believe it's about 10 3/4, and from the bracket right here we're looking about 10.5 inches from the ground, or about 26-27 centimeters. Also guys, the wiring comes with the 7-blade option right here, and at the same time we have the 4-pin option as well. The installation is fairly straightforward, but since we're installing both the hitch and the wiring, it took more time. It's pretty time consuming. We had to disassemble a lot of panels in the back of the vehicle. We also had to remove the rear bumper. But the good thing is the wiring for the trailer, the vehicle actually comes pre-wired for this one, which is very helpful, and it took us less time to install the wiring. Also, what I would like to point out is that the OEM hitch gets mounted differently than a lot of similar aftermarket options, and of course we will show you all this in the video. And this is, guys, how the hitch looks like in the box. The box is quite big. It says Volvo on top. I'll show you guys the part number for this one right here, and let's open the box. And this is our hitch. It's quite big, as you can see. set comes with two inserts. These are basically inserts used for the mounting, which we'll show you guys shortly. And this is a part number for these ones. Right here we have the OEM hitch, and as you can see, it comes in this type of bracket. A lot of aftermarket hitches get installed in place of the bumper beam, which you can see already removed here. It was used to be here. So a lot of them just get mounted on these three bolts, which are actually not designed to work as a hitch. They are only designed to hold this bumper beam, and in case of collision, that's all they do. In case of our original hitch, we have this mounting brake, which gets inserted inside the frame of the vehicle like this, and gets mounted with these two thick bolts. I'll try to show you guys where they are. The two holes, so you see one hole right here and the other hole right here, and it gets secured with these two bolts. So this is how it gets installed, and then the hitch itself goes on top of these two studs. One more time, I want to point out the difference in thickness of these studs, for example, compared to these ones, and the ones that hold the mounting bracket. Obviously it's up to you to decide which type of hitch you want to use, but we are quite certain that the OEM Volvo hitch will follow all the safety requirements for this vehicle. And this is one of the main reasons why we decided to go ahead with the OEM hitch for our XC40. And the second one goes in. As we said, we're using these two bolts to mount it. So 1, 2, and on the other side 3 and 4. And by the way, guys, we are not reusing this bumper beam. The hitch goes in place of it, as you can see, so you can discard the beam now. Now it's time to deal with our wiring harness. In the set we've got the control unit right here. I'll show you guys the part number. Let's see how it looks. Here again, this is the control unit. This is a sticker actually that we used to attach our control unit inside the vehicle. Get the part number. And also we have a fuse here. Next we have the wiring harness itself. I'll show you guys the part number. And this is how it looks. We've got the socket right here. This is 7 blade, and right next to it, right away, we've got the 4 pins, which is again quite convenient. You have everything at once. It's all pretty much ready to go. And on the other end, well, we have this rubber grommet here, and this is a connector that will go inside the vehicle. To install the wiring harness, we'll have to remove this rubber plug. Our wiring harness first will go through this opening, push the wire all the way, then you go above the hitch here and through the opening here until you reach the rubber plug. Seal the wiring, make sure that the metal is between the rubber plug. What I mean is rubber should be on both sides of the metal. And after that we will attach our harness to the existing bolts on the hitch this way. Again, Volvo conveniently pre-installed these studs for the wiring harness. And there is one more. Okay guys, our hitch installation is complete at this point. Our wiring is partially installed as well. We will connect small connectors that come on the wiring to the existing bolts, to the existing wiring inside the vehicle. And now we'll install the ground for our wiring. Alright, so we have already connected the big large connector from our socket. Now we'll connect the two connectors that were pre-wired in the vehicle. And that's it. At this point, installation of the main wiring and the control unit for our hitch is complete. After you have installed it, you won't have the power going to the 7-blade socket and 4-pin plug. In order to get the power, you have to go to the dealership and do the software update, which we did. Right now we have the power, and we'll show you guys how it looks. I will connect the plug to our wiring. Alright guys, every time you connect the trailer wiring harness to the vehicle wiring harness, you will see this message: trailer lamp check, perform a lamp check. So basically right now the system will test all our electrical connections. So I will say yes, I'll press the OK button, and right now I will go outside. It says again, trailer's lamp check, turn off the vehicle. And right now, as you guys can see, our bulbs are flashing one by one, all together. So our computer right now is testing everything and makes sure that everything is working properly, and it gives you guys a chance to come out of the vehicle and see for yourselves that all your bulbs are working properly. And one more time guys, our trailer wiring is connected and all our lights are working. As you can see, we've got our turn signals, we've got marker lights, we've got illumination for the license plate. Looks really good, everything is working, and like we said, we did have to do a software update at the dealership. After that, everything started working. Hi guys, today we're going to look at Destination E bike rack from Hollywood Racks. This rack is specifically designed to accommodate electric bikes. It can carry bikes up to 70 pounds each. Right here we have two electric bikes which we are going to load today. One of them is the step through. That's why it has this low frame, and we'll show you guys how to load this one and how to grab it. And the second one is Sidekick Trail. It's a little bit different, but both of them will fit. Each of these bikes weighs around 30 kilograms or 66 pounds, which works perfectly in our case. Destination E rack comes with anti-wobbling system. Right now, as you can see, it's loose. There's a little bit of wobble in here, but if you tighten this handle all the way, it secures the rack, and right now, as you guys can see, there is no more wobble. Another advantage of this rack is that it comes with extendable ramp. It comes pretty compact when it's folded, but you can extend it all the way to 46 inches. and now you will be able to load bikes on our rack. Electric bikes are quite heavy, and this ramp significantly simplifies the loading process. Rack comes with 2 straps for the front wheel here and 1 strap for the rear wheel of the first bike. And for the second one, it's again we have 2 straps for the front wheel and 1 for the rear, so bikes will go in different directions. One will go like this, and then the second one will be loaded from this side. And on top we have 2 frame grabbers. This one will work with the first bike, and the second one will grab the second bike. Here comes the first bike. And as we said, you don't have to lift it at all, you simply ride it on top. The first frame grabber or clamp will secure the bike right here. You just turn this knob all the way. And as we said, guys, even though it has this weird shape, this weird frame, this thing works perfectly. After you have secured the bike with the clamp on the top, now it's pretty secure. Now you can do the straps. Again, we have 2 for the front wheels. And also we have this rubber pad here for the frame. The second strap, and now we can do the strap for the rear wheel. The first bike is fully secure. Now we can move the ramp from this side right here, and now we can load the second bike. Here goes the second bike. Again, it's quite easy. The only thing you have to pay attention to the handlebars. Maybe tilt the bike a little bit. This way it will go through. Now we can unlatch the second clamp. You can move it around like this. Once you find the proper position, you can secure it again, and right now, as you can see, you can easily grab the frame of our second bike. Again, tighten it all the way. After the second bike has been clamped by the thing, now we can do the straps. First we'll do the front wheel. You may need to readjust the wheel a little bit so that the straps goes through this way. And now we can remove the ramp. The ramp cannot be stored inside the rack. We'll have to put it inside the vehicle. The quick release clamp, which was used to secure our second bike, can be replaced with a fixed one that also comes in the set. The difference is there is no quick release mechanism in this one, so it will work great in case if you carry the same bikes and don't need to move this clamp. The maximum tire width for this rack is 4.5 inches. Our wheels are 2.4, and as you can see, there is still lots of room left. It can accommodate bikes with wheelbase up to 50 inches, and the space between bikes is approximately 11 inches. Both clamps can be locked. Set comes with the key for that. This is a security measure, so now when it's locked, you won't be able to undo the clamp, it just spins freely. And the second clamp can be locked as well. The whole rack can be secured as well, the pin comes with a lock as well. Set also comes with a safety strap, it will help us to secure our bikes even more. In case if you need to access your trunk, you can actually tilt the rack together with the bikes. For this we first have to undo this handle and push it in like this, and now we'll be able to lower the whole rack. So I will lower our bikes now. You have to be careful because it is heavy. We have two bikes and the weight of the rack as well. So you can lower it. But the problem is if you guys want to lift it up, it won't be easy because especially one person. First of all, it's awkward. You have all these handlebars here, and as I said, it's quite heavy. So the best way to do it would be to use two people. When you have one person on this side, one on the other, then you can easily lower it like this and lift it up. And after you have lowered your bikes, you can easily open the door and access the hatch. It's much easier this way. And after you have raised the bikes, don't forget to tighten this handle. In our Volvo, we'll try to lift the rear door up. And as you guys can see, it almost goes through, but not quite. It still will hit the frame at this point. That's why we can't fully open the door as is. We either have to tilt the rack or be careful not to accidentally open our door. In the future we plan to install the foam padding on top of this bracket, which will stop any accidental opening of the door. When you guys remove the bikes, first undo the straps on the wheels and then remove the clamp. And now you can roll it down. Again, pretty straightforward, simply rolls down. And the second bike goes down. After you have removed the bikes, you can strap the clamps like this to the frame. Also, after you guys have removed the bikes, you can fold the rack flat against the car. This way it will be more compact. For this, we'll undo these two straps and then we'll lower two levers, and then this top piece will go down. Secure it again. Now we will remove the clip and the pin, and this will allow us to raise the rack this way. Now again we will insert the pin and secure it with the clip And this is how it looks after it has been folded. Again, takes less space, easier to transport it this way until you need your bikes again. If you try to open the rear door in this position of the rack, it will hit this part, this plastic bracket over there. This way you guys approximately know how it works, what happens when the door gets opened. Also, guys, keep in mind that when you try to back up in the Volvo, the vehicle will see the rack as an obstruction and it will signal accordingly. You can turn off the signal, so you won't hear the signal anymore, but still you have to be very careful when you back up, because now your cameras are not working properly, they won't show you the right information, so you have to manually observe where you're going and maybe come out of the vehicle and first see what's behind the vehicle before you park the car with the rack. To sum it up, even though this is the universal rack, as you could see, we have two different bikes with different size and shape of the frame, and still these clamps easily grabbed both of them, easily secured both bikes, they are not going anywhere, and weight-wise both our bikes fit this rack, even with the batteries still attached to the bikes, we can still transport them. And of course you can tilt and lower the rack together with both bikes if you need to access the rear door. Hi guys, today we're going to show you the custom lighting which we installed on the bike rack for our Volvo. The bike rack was made by Hollywood Racks, it's called Destination E. Originally it does not come with any lights, and as you can see now we have our stop lights which also work as turn signals. These are outer lights, and on the inside we've got the marker lights on both sides, and this is how it looks now. And also, as you can see, we have a custom bracket for the license plate, which again will make your vehicle visible for all the drivers behind you, and besides that it makes the bike rack street legal. This bike rack is foldable, so you can lift it up for easier transportation, and even in this state both our LED lights are still fully visible for the cars behind you. This is how it's gonna look like. And also guys, as you can see, our original license plate is almost not visible at all, but look at this. We can simply turn the new license plate down, and again it's fully visible. How cool is that? We will quickly demonstrate again how the lights work. Let's turn on the left. So right now we have left turn signals working. Let's do the right ones. Now the right ones are working. Let's do the stop light. And this is a stop light. Again, in this state you can still see the original lights on the vehicle, but once you lower the rack and you have two bikes here, this will play a big difference, having these lights on the rack. Our lights get the power using the 4-pin connector. I'll try to disconnect it, guys, and show you. This is how it looks. You can purchase it online, and that's what we did. Also, you will have to purchase the wiring separately. The wiring goes all the way to the lights, and again the lights, we have to get them separately. They get attached to the frame of our rack by using super magnets, and the magnets themselves are attached using the glue. And since they're very strong, it is almost impossible for the lights to fall off, so they are very tight on the frame. After you guys get all the parts, you need to be able to solder them together to create this basically one piece of the harness. The license plate gets mounted by 2 bolts on the bracket. Again, bracket we purchased separately online. We had to slightly modify it. We used to have these 2 ends on each side, like this. We had to cut them off, but other than that, it did fit perfectly. And also we used existing bolts on the rack to mount this bracket. And again, guys, look at that. Look how cool it works. Our wiring harness for the lights also come with 2 extra wires, which in the future will provide the power for lighting for the license plate as well. I'll quickly show you guys the pass of the wire. So it starts from here, gets attached by zip ties, goes over here and all the way to our connector. You have to figure out the proper length for this wire in order to allow for the rack to be folded, in this case for our bike rack. We'll show you guys which bulbs we use to remove the cover. You can use actually the coin and then just take it off. We used bulbs, LED bulbs from Automotive in this case, but you guys can use any LED lights which fit size-wise. Again, I will leave you guys a link if you need these ones. And again, guys, this is how our custom lighting looks like on our bike rack. I hope this will give you some ideas in case if you want to install a similar one on your bike rack, on your vehicle. I will also leave you links for the products, for the lamps, for the wiring, for the connector, which we used in this case. Hi guys, in our previous video we showed you how we did the installation of the marker lights, also tail/turn signals for our bike rack. We also showed you how we installed this foldable license plate mount, but what we didn't show you is the LED lamp, which is required by law to have on your license plate mount. At night your license plate has to be visible and illuminated. And this is how it looks now. Now it's fully legal to have the license plate on your bike rack. And right now we'll show you guys how we did this installation. Again, this is how our LED element lamp looks like. It's very bright. I'll show you guys which one we used. This is it comes with 2 LEDs in the set. And again, this is how it looks. I'll try to leave you guys the link in the description. On top we have a piece of plastic which we used, which we cut out from old GPS mount, and it did work very well in this case to attach the LED and the plastic. We used the glue. This is the glue that was used, holds it very well. The original wiring from the lamp goes underneath the license plate. Here it is. You will see a small black box here. This one regulates the current. It did come in the set with the lamp, LED lamp as well. So you have to use it here. So we again use the glue to attach this box in this location. Then our wire proceeds right here and reaches this waterproof connector. The reason why we have it here is it will allow us to disconnect the main wiring from the license plate, and this way you guys can remove completely all the lighting from the rack in case if you need to do it without removing this bracket. This is the serial number for this connector. It's waterproof, as I said, and like I said, I will leave you guys the link in the description. It works quite well. It has 2 pins here. So as for the wiring, you had to connect them together, solder them together, and then this is how it gets sealed right here. This setup works great for our bike rack. Like we said, you can fold it down, you can lift it up, but they do sell other mounts as well, which actually come with the built-in LEDs, which may or may not work in your case for your bike racks. All of them are different, and you guys have to make sure that, like in our case, you can lower it all the way down. This depth allows us to do it, and width-wise, again, it works perfectly in this case. But like I said, there are other solutions, and I will leave you links for a couple in the description. Hopefully they will fit your bike rack. And this is how the license plate mount looks like with bike rack being unfolded. Like I said, it is fully visible, fully legal for you to drive at night. Hi guys, today I will show you how to disable the kick sensor in Volvo XC40 so that this would not happen. I will do the kicking motion, and as you guys can see, this might happen. The door will open, and in this case we have some padding right now, but if we did not have this padding, it would hit our bike rack or our bicycles, and potentially it would damage the paint on the door, and it could damage your bicycles as well. And right now we'll show you how to fix this problem. Underneath the bumper we'll have to remove these two screws. For that we'll use Torx 25-bit, and under the bumper you guys will find the kick sensor. It has 3 different connectors, and we need to disconnect one in the middle of the kick sensor. The kick sensor is located right here, guys, and this is the connector in the middle, the one that we disconnected. You can either use this is how it looks, to show you. This is the one. You have to press right here to disconnect it. You can either use your fingers, guys, or you can use needle nose pliers. It's quite easy. And like I said, there are 2 more on the sides, and we are interested in the one in the middle. If you guys plan to have this disconnected for a while, it's a good idea to isolate both connectors. For that you can use the silicone. You can put some silicone inside. This will prevent corrosion and future problems if you plan to use it again. For the internal part of the connector we used this rubber plug. As you can see, guys, some silicone and rubber plug, but you can also use tape or again something else that will close this connector. And for this part of the connector, again, we'll use, guys, some silicone. We'll use a piece of rubber glove, and then we'll use some tape. I want to point out again that this is our way to solve this problem. You can do it your way. Now you need to hide the connectors inside and reinstall the screws. Now, no matter how many times I swipe my leg underneath, or my hands, anything, the door won't open. It will still work if you guys use the button on the door. As you can see, it still works perfectly, and the button inside the cabin will work as well. I will start the vehicle, and as you can see, guys, first we'll get the regular maintenance message, which is fine. We'll also get the blind spot system off trailer attached message, which is fine as well. We have our bike rack attached in the back. As for the maintenance message, we have actually a separate video where we show you guys how to reset it. But right now, what's more important, we don't get any more errors in the system, even though we disconnected the kick sensor in the back. And like I said, you can still use the button on the rear door, and you can also use this button underneath the steering wheel to open the back door. Hi guys, today we'll show you how we did the installation of the REDARC 2 Pro Elite electric trailer brake controller in the Volvo XC40. We'll quickly show you what comes inside the box. First of all, this is our main module. This is how it looks. It has connectors on the both sides. Next is the remote head with the knob. This one gets installed inside the cabin and allows us to control the brakes. This is the cable which connects the main module. And the remote head. This wire is the main wiring harness. It has 4 different wires. The black one will be connected to the 12-volt battery. The white one is the ground. The blue one is the brake output wire. And the red one is the brake light trigger wire. This harness gets connected to the other side of the main module, and the remote head will go inside the cabin, and the rest of the wires, again, one of them will be connected to the battery, one to the ground, and the blue and red wires will go to the back of the vehicle. These two is the hardware for the remote knob. It allows to install it properly. And this right here is the universal switch insert panel, which also can be used to install our remote head. But in our case, we did not use it in this vehicle. And this is the result of our installation inside the XC40. Right here is our main module. You can see the wiring. The main requirement for the installation of the module is it has to be fixed to the vehicle. It cannot move, otherwise it won't work properly. We used a couple of zip ties right here in the plastic to securely fix it in place. This location also allows us to disconnect the wiring in case if we need to do it. You can disconnect this connector. This spot also has the grounding point on the body of the vehicle, which is conveniently located next to our wiring harness. The remote head was installed not far from the main module, in the panel underneath the steering wheel on the left. This way it's out of the driver's way, and you can still easily access it and use it to brake with your trailer brakes. In order to make it happen, we had to drill a small hole in this panel. The power wire from the battery was connected to this terminal, which was vacant before we installed our power wire. This one goes to the module, and another requirement, guys, is you need to install the fuse between the battery and the module. Later in the video we'll show you guys how we pulled the power wire through the firewall inside the vehicle. The last two wires were connected between the original trailer module and the 7-blade socket. You can see the blue wire right here and the red one. And as I said, guys, you do need to install the HITCH and the original Volvo trailer wiring harness in order for this to work. We did make a video before how to do this installation. I'll leave you a link in the description. We used soldering to connect these two wires to the original Volvo harness. Another important point is that in Volvo, computer controls the trailer, the communication between the trailer module and the trailer itself. That is why the REDARC module will only start working once you connect the trailer to the vehicle. You can simulate the trailer connection by using this type of tester, by inserting it into the socket, and right now we'll show you how it works. After you guys have connected the wiring, you will see the breathing blue light. This means that the controller is in standby mode, and in order to make it work properly, we'll have to connect our trailer wiring. In order to test our brake controller, ideally you guys have to connect the trailer wiring. But we don't have a trailer at the moment, that's why we used this type of 7-way blade tester. We had to modify it because originally it came with small red LEDs which draw very little current, and in this case vehicle does not recognize it. So you have to install the incandescent light bulbs. I believe the amperage should be from 5 to 25 amps roughly. This way it will recognize the tester. So after it was modified, now the computer will see that the trailer, this simulated trailer, will be seen by the vehicle. I will insert the tester into the socket. After we have connected the tester, now the light is green, and after we start the vehicle, guys, the light is still green. You will see this message now. You have to close the doors, and after that you guys will see this message: trailer lamp check, perform a lamp check. And we'll say yes. For that we'll press this button, and now you guys will see our light bulbs on the tester working. When you install this tester for the first time, you may see that bulbs will be flashing randomly. This way the vehicle checks all the connections and makes sure that all lights in the trailer are working fine. We have already done this test, and right now we'll simply use turn signals, for example, and as you can see, both turn signals in the vehicle and in our trailer tester are working. And let's press the brake pedal, and same idea, we have bulbs flashing, certain bulbs, brake light bulbs flashing in the vehicle and in the trailer at the same time. Only after we connected the trailer tester or the trailer itself, the vehicle will recognize it, and now we'll be able to enable the calibration mode. You have to press the brake pedal and press the button twice, and now it will switch to the green and blue flashing lights. This is the calibration mode. To finish the calibration, you have to drive the vehicle for some time, and you need to apply the brakes at least 20 times until the calibration is finished, and from flashing blue and green the light will become solid green.